Okay guys, it's the Sauce Guide here. Let's get into it. We've got tons to discuss, good and bad, for the Bills' first matchup of the NFL regular season of 2023. This was a hyped up matchup because Aaron Rodgers comes over to the Jets to take over to a team that looks like they're all in, right? And now, the Bills got a chance to finally see them on Monday Night Football. Let's get into it, guys. The Bills fall to the Jets in overtime 22-16 in a game in which they led 13-3 at one point. However, turnovers by Josh Allen proved to be critical. Were there missed calls to blame? No, I don't believe so, so you're going to have to find out exactly why. Is there a reason for optimism? Yes, a lot more on that as well. Concerns? As well? Yes, there are. However, not panic mode. And how do we respond week 2 against the Raiders for our home opener? What do we need more and less of? All that and much more. So don't go anywhere here in this rundown of the Buffalo Bills with Sauce God. The Bills actually started with the football, picked up a first down, but then stalled out and then had to punt the football away. That brought Aaron Rodgers out on offense for his first drive as a New York Jet. Really as a New Jersey Jet, but we'll let it slide for now. Aaron Rodgers comes out. They have a nice run with Breece Hall. Picks up a huge chunk, makes things a little bit easier for Aaron Rodgers at that point. However, Leonard Floyd got a sack, and it wasn't a dirty hit by any means, just a freak accident. But Aaron Rodgers got up, looked over at the sideline, then went down. Aaron Rodgers would then leave the game. He was carted out of the blue medical tent into the locker room, and then would miss the remainder of the game. We found out today, however, Aaron Rodgers is going to miss the rest of the season due to a torn Achilles injury. Now, huge blow to the Jets. However, they were able to escape with a win in week 1, tied with Miami for first in the division at 1-0. All right, so let's get to the bad things. Now, I'm usually a very optimistic person. However, I got to tell Josh, this one's on you mostly. Not everything is to blame on one person individually. It's a team sport. However, Josh, 4 turnovers, 3 picks, 1 lost fumble, and those proved to be critical because when we would be moving on some drives, picking up first downs, some good plays overall, then at that point, we would stall out because of a turnover. We wouldn't pick up a first down. We wouldn't kick a field goal. We wouldn't live to fight another down. We kept shooting ourselves in the foot. We were beating ourselves. So that's my biggest thing that I'm taking away from this week is that, Josh, usually you're my hero and usually the MVP that we build everything around. However, this week, it just wasn't there. You got to find that mojo, stop forcing it, and play smart football. Live to fight another down. All right, yeah, so there were some missed calls. Okay, are those to blame? No, the Bills shouldn't have won that football game. And I'm a big-time Bills Mafia guy, but I'm not going to be biased. They let the Jets hang around. They had too many penalties. They let Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook get runs that broke off major chunks. Zach Wilson was then able to find Garrett Wilson later on for a huge, amazing touchdown catch. That would make it 16-13. So sure, there might have been a missed tripping call. There might have been some missed holding calls or defensive PIs, but at the end of the day, the Bills were in position to win this football game, and they didn't make the plays, and they beat themselves. The Jets may have done enough to win this game, and I'm not taking anything away from the Jets, but the Bills beat themselves. Okay, there's reason for optimism? Yes. Why? Number 1, it's only week 1, guys. Also, there were some things that we did really good. One of the good things that I noticed was Stephon Diggs getting his targets and making use of those plays, and he was a dog out there breaking tackles, picking up some critical yards. Ultimately, it just wasn't enough. I did like a little bit of what I saw from James Cook as well, but my biggest thing that I took away that was good, Dalton Kincaid. I thought that kid showed a tremendous amount of ferocity. He was just out there, whatever he caught, he turned it upfield and he was lowering his shoulder and he was trying to get the most out of it. Reminded me a lot of Travis Kelce. Makes me really excited about this first round tight end from Utah, Dalton Kincaid. I think maybe he might be featured in what we need a little bit more of in week 2. Don't go anywhere just yet, guys. Now we're going to get to the concerns. Yeah, I have concerns. Does that cause a need for panic? No, not one bit. I'll tell you why. It's week 1. The Bills played a tough team in the Jets. I might have talked a lot of smack in the offseason, but at the end of the day, great defense, great young playmakers, and we thought, great franchise quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. Well-coached team as well. So, I think that this is a divisional game. Your divisional opponent that knows you really well, that this was a game that was so hyped up, and the Jets seized the moment at home on 9/11. So, am I really concerned? No, we'll see them again. We still have 5 more division games remaining, as well as 16 regular season total games remaining. So if we go 16-1, would you be concerned? I don't think so. So how do we respond in week 2 for our home opener against the Las Vegas Raiders? simple. Pass rush, ferocious. Again, because that's one thing that I really, really liked from the Bills last night was that they got after Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. The pass rush looked good with Greg Rousseau, Leonard Floyd. So I need to see more of that. I need to see a little bit more confidence in the offense, though. Don't be so hesitant. Don't be so worried to get the ball out so damn quick, Josh. Don't be afraid to use your legs, but also just play smarter football. We don't need you to play hero ball. You tried to do it too much last night, and it proved to be critical to our demise. So, Josh, all I'm asking, trust the guys around you. Don't try to force it because you're trying to get targets to your teammates. Make the plays that are going to win the football game. One play at a time, one down at a time, one drive at a time, and finish drives instead of turning the football over when you could have had on those 4 turnovers alone. Imagine if you just got 2 field goals out of that. Well, there's 6 points right there. There's the difference in your end score, as well as possibly not allowing the opportunity for overtime for the Jets to come back and win. Okay, to finally wrap it all up, guys, this is it. What do we need more of and less of in this game? Well, we need less of indecisiveness. We need less doubting ourselves. We need less forcing things, believing that we can live to fight another down and find ways to win the game. That's one thing that even if the Bills didn't look that great last year, they found ways to win the game. That's what great teams do. It doesn't matter if it looks pretty or ugly. It matters if you get the final score on that scoreboard at the end of the game in your favor to where it says W. I need a little bit less acting as if we're not a superior team that's been here before, like we're not a talented team, like we're not one of the best teams in football. I need us to come out and look like alpha males. Now what I need more of? Dalton Kincaid. What else I need more of? James Cook. What else I need a little bit more of? Gabe Davis. Those 3 guys, if they can find a way to get it going on offense a little bit more, and we could trust and find a way to move the football with momentum and consistency with those guys, I got more confidence that we're going to come out, smack those Raiders in week 2, and get back to winning football games in pursuit of that Lombardi trophy. This is me, Sauce God. Stay tuned for more on the Buffalo Bills post week 2 against the Las Vegas Raiders in Orchard Park.